selected house music sound. Now it's a similar style to people like Meduza, Joy Club, James Hype, Joel Corry, etc, etc. Without further ado, let's jump straight into it and show you what we're going to be making. Touch me at the Okay, so just before we get started, I want to say a massive thank you to everybody that is supporting my YouTube channel. I always read the comments and try and reply to people, and it's been absolutely amazing. For anybody that's asking, I do sell preset packs, plugins, templates, etc. I've just set up my own store, and majority of the sounds you'll find in this project and the rest of them are up for sale. I also give away a lot of the stuff for free, including free presets here and there, which you'll find in the description below. If you want to get the sounds out of this track, I've just dropped the new Selective 2020 preset pack. You can find it on my website in the description below, and I'd just like to thank you all for the support. Now enough of me trying to sell you my bullshit, let's get straight into the project and show you what we're working on. Okay, so if we jump straight into the project, guys, the first things first, we have got the cleanest Vengeance sounding kick you will ever imagine. And again, all I do for these kind of kicks is just go into Vengeance and I look through the bass drums and find the cleanest kick I can. And the one I came up with is this. And as you can hear, it's just got a really nice kind of whole round, you know, basketball thumping style feel about it. It's not too punchy, it's not got too much attack, it is literally just a clean bass drum. So into the drums we have got some really, you know, again, just clean samples. So I'm gonna annoy you today and be like clean all day long. Just got the claps, the hats, shakers, couple of rides, a percussion loop, and the crashes. All together they sound like this. And in these processing, because a few people have asked me to break down the drums a little bit more, you've literally got drum racks with one shots on, bit of EQ here and there, again Vengeance open hats, shakers Vengeance, the rides Splice, the percussion I think Splice, crashes out of Vengeance, and there's not a lot of processing on all of this. Little bit of delay on one of the rides, and then on the group you've just got a bit of a drive, you know, saturation, EQ to cut at the bottom and top end, and then just a parallel drum compression, which you can literally find in, you know, Ableton, and you just drag it in there, bang, done. So that's your drums. Let's get into the interesting stuff. A couple of synths here which sound like this together in the breakdown. So the first synth is just Selective Meduza out of my new Selection sample pack, and that's just playing held notes all the way through like this. You can see. As you can hear there, it's also got a little bit of delay on there. And then we've got this more short and sharp kind of lead, which I'm actually going to give you for free. It's called the free selected lead. I was going to put it in the pack, but I thought I'd give it away for free. It'll be in the description below. And that's more of a short, sharp kind of, how do I describe it? It's just a kind of one-shot warping synth like this. And that's just absolutely caked to death in reverb, OTT, saturation, you name it, it's got it on there. All the things they tell you not to put on tracks, I've put that on there. In the group, you know, just a bit of delay, glue compression, EQ to brighten it up, nothing in particular. In the bass group, there's no group processing, and we've just got a sub for the drop and a top bass, and these together sound like this. So your sub is sounding like this on its own. And there's a bit of detune on there, you know, a bit of wobble. If you look on the preset, you know, you've got tiniest bit of detune there, which is probably making it sound offish, but I quite like that. It really works in this sound again. That's just a sub from the selective sub sample pack, preset pack what I'm giving, and then the top bass is here like this. And that's actually from the Big Z Sounds of 2020 pack, which is heavy. It's got some brilliant stuff in there. Very varied, you know, there's a lot of future-y, a lot of deep, a lot of everything in there. Some of the stuff I don't use, but for the Meduza selected stuff, he's got some really, really good presets. So big up Big Z. I'll try and remember to put that in the description as well, but if you want to check that out, I fully recommend Big Z. His packs are awesome. And then you've just got one more sub bass in the breakdown, which sounds like this. And that layers up with the Sims sounding like this. I'll bring it in gradually so you can feel the sub come in. So I'm sure you can feel it and hear it there, but that sub just gives a massive, you know, warmth and a kind of anticipation feeling in the breakdowns that something's going to happen. And I think the use of a sub in a breakdown really fills out your track. And a lot of producers, I know, me included, when I first started, I never understood. You know, I thought subs were just for drops, but look into like resubs or like low, you know, extended subs like this, which is again out the preset pack, and hold the notes. And you'll get that kind of long, you know, warm, round, clean feeling in the breakdowns. And it'll just really fill things out. I'm sure you heard the way it changed from without the sub to with the sub. And in a club, the impact will be massive. So I definitely recommend you look at doing things like that. That's just, you know, cutting off the top end, blue compression, the simple stuff. Okay, so that is your leads. And now we move into this cool little arp, which I'm really fond of. It's just, again, the root notes of the track played the way the sub would be played, but I've actually put the arpeggiator and the up and down style straight. I've got this Meduza lead preset on there, a bit of reverb, bit of delay, and that sounds like this. Okay, so without the arpeggiator on, this is what it would have sounded like. So I'm sure you can hear in there the difference is just, you know, a couple of extra notes, a bit more randomization, you know, a bit of a natural selection style, and that just really adds into the breakdown a little bit, you know, not even much, just a bit of atmosphere. You can hear it here. So that is a really subtle effect what the arp is giving us. It's nothing major, it's, you know, not game changing, it's just a subtle breakdown effect. Moving into the vocal, on the chain, you know, we've got reverbs, compression, we did have a delay, I took that off, bit of EQ, nothing more, nothing less kind of thing. It is a DIY acapella from, I think it's the AM/PM Touch Me track, probably done in RX7. I can't remember how I got this. I might have actually got it off Philip West, who is an incredible acapella guru. He knows who he is, he knows what he does, he's a legend. We all love Philip West for what he does. So in this, you know, acapella, I just used it because it was kind of that deep house Meduza style tone, and then on the drop you've got the whole. But obviously it's DIY, so there's lots of, you know, computerized glitching and stuff in there, but I've processed it the best I can. I think when it comes to vocals, you want to be looking at your reverb, bit of delay. This one obviously needed a bit more work than usual. I did try a few things out there, extra compression, you know, manipulation, which I've taken off. But with vocals, you know, stuff like that's really good to apply. And then we move into these effects. We've got this really cool string effect here. And what I like is I've faded the ends out like this. So just before the drop, it kind of, you know, boots in nicely. We've got these sweep downs like this. Just really clean sweeps, panned just to the right, and then we've got the uplifters to the left slightly. We've got a longer riser like this. We've got these short white noises like this. Got these impacts like this. Just to take us into the breakdown, you can get them in Vengeance as well. All these are like different impacts, some are heavier than others. And then we've got this little arpeggiator playing in the background, which is really cool, in F minor like this. Just gentle, less is more, definitely less is more. So again guys, that pretty much sums up this video for you, selected house music in 2020. Thanks to everybody that's watching, thanks to everybody that's supporting, and thank you to anybody that is still listening to me. If you are listening and you're not subscribing, my question is why? Please drop me a subscribe below, and if you've got any feedback on this video or any other tracks that you'd like to see me break down, hit me in the comments below and I'll do my best to get them for you. Have a great day guys.